Hello, I'm Marian Forrest, and I am an independent senior sales director with Mary Kay. And I am so excited and grateful that you are here and that you have chosen to invest in your business as we talk about emotional management. Now, I am going to share a little bit about me and my family, and then I'm going to talk and we're going to just dive right into some emotional management and really how that can best benefit you. So here's the thing. We all emotionally manage. I know, right? We all emotionally manage. But the thing about it is how you do it. Is it positive and healthy, or is it not so positive and healthy? And so we're going to talk a little bit about that. But let me tell you a little bit about myself. I have been doing Mary Kay for 12 years. I got into Mary Kay to get my products at cost. I was a speech language pathologist. I worked in the public school. I had a private practice. I loved my life. I loved working with children. And there were really just two things I didn't love. Number one, I had a lot of leadership responsibilities. So what that meant was I did about 1/3 more than everybody else that was a speech pathologist. And so, except I didn't get paid for it. And so really that was kind of like a downer. And then the other part that I did not love was that I was in a pretty negative work environment. And so because of that, I kind of saw Mary Kay and I thought, well, you know what? I can make a little extra income. I can pay for a cleaning lady. I can pay for my Christmas. My mom taught me if you didn't love something, to bless somebody else who did like to do it and bless their family and pay them. And so that's why I had a cleaning lady, and I also I paid for my Christmas so we didn't go into debt for Christmas. And so I had a young baby at that time, but I just a little bit extra. And after about a year, I went to Mary Kay seminar because I knew that I could grow and learn more if I went to company functions. As a speech pathologist, we did that. We did continuing education. And so I just knew that was going to be part of it. And when I went, I heard faith first, family second, career third. And for me at that time, it really spoke to me. So I got home, I got to work. I was working still pretty part-time, but 8 months later, I earned my car. 8 months after that, I became the top 2% as a sales director. And kind of fast forward, we've earned 6 cars, diamond rings. But the best part has been we have retired my husband from corporate America, and he is now pursuing, he is pursuing his dream of owning his own business. And so a lot of that has been emotional management. I did DIQ several times. And so learning how to manage your emotions and really master them. And so my family, I have 3 kiddos now. Catherine is 12. Rowan is 5, Isaac is 3. I love those sweet babies. We homeschool, and my husband now is owning his own business and is having the opportunity to live his dreams, and I'm super excited about that. So a little bit about emotional management. When I say emotional management, I want you to tell me what, I want you guys to talk about that. What do you think when you think emotional management? Because we all manage our emotions. It's just how well we do it. And so I'm going to kind of give you 3 things, 3 thoughts, and then I'm going to give you 3 or 4 little action items. So very first thought, especially with managing your emotions in this business, is number 1, inspect what you expect. Inspect what you expect. So what does that mean? Inspect what you expect. So what do you expect for your business? Have you brought clarity to your vision? Do you know, have you asked yourself the question, if everything could go right, what would I want? If everything could go right, what would I want? And so I want you to think that, having a clear and concise vision. What do you want? And when you accomplish it, how will you feel? And then I think it's super important because we're all going to ask the what ifs, right? So you can ask what if up or what if down. So what if down is like, well, but what if I fail? What if I don't make it? what if things don't go right? But what if up is, what if everything goes right? What if I get all the things that I desire? And so I want you to what if up and ask those questions. What if it all goes right? What would I want from my business? And then as you do that, you're going to eliminate some of those extra things and you're going to really concentrate on that vision. An old Chinese proverb says, many desires equals no results. Few desires equals few results. Some desires equals good results. One desire equals total victory. So what do you want? And then how will you feel when you accomplish it? Inspecting what you expect. Number 2, failure is a part of success. Failure is a part of success. This is so important. I've heard it once said, mistakes are your mistakes. So it's just a take 1, take 2. And how well are you at going through that emotional cycle that's right here on this page? How well are you at going through this emotional cycle? And how fast do you do it? And so we're going to go over that in just a second, but super important. Mistakes are your mistakes. Mistakes are just missed takes. The ant on Meet the Robinsons, which is a Disney movie, said, in failure, we learn. In success, not so much. And so how do you learn from your failures? How do you learn from your missed takes? And that really goes in line with this emotional cycle. You know, we start with excitement and enthusiasm, just like when you started your business. For those of you that are brand new, you're maybe right there right now. But for those of you that have been around for a little while, you may be in one of these other stages, and that's okay. Because what happens is postponements, life happens, obstacles, people won't book, our kids get sick, whatever it is, and we get frustrated. And then we move into shock. Oh my gosh, they said this was going to be easy. That they said it was going to be simple. And then we move to denial, withdraw. We don't go to meetings. We procrastinate. We have a negative attitude. We cook, we sleep, we craft. We do lots of other things. We procrastinate. We do and the more we procrastinate, then we move to fear. Oh no, I can't do this. I don't know. And then you have a choice. You can settle and just quit. The only way to actually fail in this business is to quit. But you just settle and you quit. Or you kind of recommit and you might get angry and there may be a fire and you take responsibility for your actions. Super important. Draw a line on your paper. Just draw that line right there. Above it, I want you to write responsibility. Responsibility. Below it, I want you to write blame, shame, justify. When we live above the line, we move from settling, we move to recommitment, we move to anger, we take responsibility. When we blame, shame, and justify, we live below the line and we settle. So you want to live above the line. You move through your anger, you take responsibility, and you recommit. And we get back in there and we get those positive things going for us. We become realistic. We set goals and we know that we can redo those goals. The goal doesn't change. The timeline does. So do you live above the line or below the line? The truth is the faster you move through that cycle, the only reason why your director and your national sales director are where they are is because they move through that cycle more times and faster. Mary Kay Ash said, you know, I have the bloodiest knees in the room. I have fallen down and got back up more times than anyone else in this room. And she also said, give me a recommitted person over a committed person. Recommitted means they fell down and they got back up and they have grit and they have character and they're willing to run for something. So failure is a part of success. Number 1 was inspect what you expect. Number 2, failure is a part of success. And number 3 is your thoughts create emotions. Your emotions create actions. And your actions create your reality. You know, sometimes we have to be still for a moment because we move so fast. Another Chinese proverb is, a fast mind is a sick mind. A slow mind is healthy, but a still mind is divine. And that doesn't mean that you become like God. That just means that you can hear God better. Be still and know that I am God. But sometimes we need to be still because we need to find out when we have those negative emotions, where they came from. When we're feeling frustrated, in denial, fear, settling, angry, where did those feelings come from? And they were created from a thought. And so sometimes we have to slow down to really know where that thought was. So we can ask, you know, where did that thought come from? How can I move through it? You know, is it real, true, factual? And then how do I move through it? And sometimes it's knowing that you can let it go. The art of detachment, detaching yourself from the results, detaching yourself from taking things personally. Knowing that this is kind of like a volunteer army, and people get to volunteer. And so all we can do is serve them and be that servant leader. And then the really important is, as you're going through that, you want to get into action. Action kills fear. Action kills fear. And then when you kill that fear and you're in action, your action determines your reality. So really, I love this quote and I want to give it to you. Your success helps many people. Your failure helps no one. So here's what can you do? What are some action things that you can do? I think one of the best questions to ask yourself is, what are you filling your mind with today? Emotional management is so important as you manage consistently, daily. And so what are you filling your mind with today? Positive CDs, Voxer messages, from MK in Touch, our education part. What books are you reading? Leaders are readers. Readers are leaders too, but leaders are readers. And then how are you using affirmations in your life? Being still daily, taking some time to clarify daily and know where you are going. So important. Are you living above the line or below the line? Are you taking responsibility for the actions that you take every day? Making a commitment. What is your commitment level? And then the last thing that I think is so important is consistent action plus enthusiasm. So consistent action is daily activity plus enthusiasm, joy coming from within, equals success. So how are you consistently acting and adding that enthusiasm, that joy within, to find your success? Have a powerful night.